Tell me why all the most amazing, attractive, beautiful, loving women that I know are all single right now. And I just saw a statistic that said by 2030, 45% of women are going to be single. And they didn't say men, too. They said women because they're trying to highlight the fact that we're like taking our...
Shorty was so close. Shorty was so close. You know how delusional you gotta be to sit up here and realize that most women are going to be old and single by 2030, or I forgot what number that was. 45% of women are going to be single, and it didn't say guys, but it said women because we're taking our power back. That's the conclusion you reached by the fact that 45% of American women are going to be single by 2030? That's the conclusion you reached. That you were taking your power back. You know how delusional you gotta be to think that you're taking your power back by being old and single? You're crazy. And I'm not up here women hating or nothing. It's just like, be for real. Most women are gonna be single because they're bed. That's why. Most women are gonna be single because they can't handle commitment. And it's not the men, because the men aren't the issue. Let me tell you how I know the men aren't the issue. Because it said the men aren't the issue. Here's the thing. Most women are going to be single, but not men. Okay, let me explain it to you. And I hate using these talking points because I sound like them. But like, here's the thing, right? Most women go after a small minority of men. You watch any street interview. What are the woman's height requirements? 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", all the way up to 6'6" or 6'7". Okay, so you want 1% or less of the population, but you're 99% of the... Do math. You're 99% of the... You want less than 1% of the population. All y'all want the same men, right? This is why women think some men are right. Because y'all are all messing with the same one. Girls think that having like 30 plus bodies is normal, right? Because y'all are all messing with the same men. So of course that man's going to have 30 plus bodies. Y'all are all messing with the same dude. So he's hitting all of y'all. But most men will never touch 30 bodies in their life, let alone 10, let alone 5. You are the only ones touching 30 bodies. Do your thing. I'm not hating on you. Do whatever you want. But you are the only ones touching 30 bodies. 30? She said, we're taking our power back. No, you're being delusional. And then you refuse to take any type of accountability. You just, like, what is it like to live in a world where accountability is lost on you? Like, you really can't sit down, look inwards and think, dang, maybe I'm the problem. Like me, right? I consider myself to be a loving dude, but even I can look within myself and see my issues of why relationships don't work, or my relationships don't work, right? I can sit down and realize when I've been selfish, when I've been mean, when I haven't been considerate to others' feelings. So I change. I can realize where I've messed up, so I change. Y'all mess up and somehow flip it on whoever you were messing with, and it was all their fault. So you think you're perfect and you never have to change. When I mess up in a relationship, I sit down, I reflect, I realize what I did wrong, and I do better next time. Y'all mess up, don't even acknowledge that you messed up, blame it on them, and then don't change, and then just run around bitter.
These women, these modern women, they know they messed up, but they try to use it. Oh, well, my intention wasn't to do that. There wasn't any malicious intent behind what I did. It does not matter. If you slap somebody in the face, you might not have been meaning to do it, but you still did it. You need to take accountability for what you done. Period. End of story. If you are running men off and they don't want to be bothered with you, and you're literally sitting on here saying, I have RBF, and I don't understand why men aren't approaching, maybe that's why. Maybe you should have some self-awareness or a reality check to say, maybe I should put a smile on my face. Be happy. What am I worried about? Men ain't coming up to me because I look like an ogre. They don't want me. They don't want to be around this. They won't think that I'm going to be good for their kids, for the family, whatever it might be that's in their proximity. So they not approaching me. It's not their fault. It's my fault. And maybe I should fix it. But modern women will never ever do that because nothing is ever their fault.
get help.
Is this correct? Do some women want and expect good things from the bad boy?
Well, listen.
Okay.
Y'all don't want a good man, because that's boring.
Here we
if he's
go.
where he's supposed to be, that's boring. You need drama. Y'all built on drama. I need something so y'all can talk about right now.
I rebuke
He
that in
didn't
the
come
name of
home with
Jesus.
it. You understand? You have to put some suspense in it. That's why the soap operas do so well.
No.
You need someone in here. See, when the man come home, if he come home at 5 o'clock, like he every day sit down there, you sitting around, girl, it's the same thing every day.
Sounds
Old
amazing
Ralph
to
done
me.
came home, let me fix his plate. You need a man that just don't come home, keep you up.
No,
Sit
sir.
down there so you can call your friend, girl, he ain't home, I'm waiting right now. Get the Vaseline, let's go ride fine way. You need a story to put in your Instagram. You need me on this.
Instagram.
You need me to be bad. You need me to sit around here and test your female intuition. You need for me to sit here.
Yeah.
Could you believe he picked her over me? How could he? You need that in your life. You don't need no man scoop you up and forever. He's always there. Yes, baby. What you want, baby? Is let me rub your feet, baby.
Earthquake.
Boring.
That sounds phenomenal.
You'll leave him. Boring.
Are you a good guy?
I'm a good guy, camouflage as a bad guy. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm a bad guy when I meet you, and then when you get me, then I show you what a gentleman is.
Okay.
But I never come in as a gentleman. Because you're not going to respect it. You're going to call me a succotash. Y'all don't want nothing there. Y'all say he's a succotash.
Hold
You
on,
understand? Girl, I can push him over anytime he wants to. I can tell him I'm gone to the moon. He'll say, go ahead. Don't worry about it. You never mentioned fix you a lunch. You need anything?
Every good guy is not a pushover. Every good guy is not a pushover. There are really good guys that can keep you on your toes just like a bad boy can without disrespecting you and without being like a terrible person. You like bad boys?
I mean, yeah, at a certain point, I want someone who's going to challenge me. I don't want the baby, whatever you want, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do. I want
What we
someone
going to eat? Whatever you want, putting them. When we going for date, it's up to you, long as I'm with you, baby.
That's
If you don't get your yogurt and
That does
stuff
not get my juices
without no
going.
That is not every good
My
guy.
woman said we can't go nowhere, so we ain't going nowhere. Get out of here.
And Adrian sitting up there trying to make it seem like he don't know what he talking about. And then Gracie L turned around and confirmed what he talking about. Live on air. Live on air confirmed it. Now what? Sit back, shut up. That's what that man is saying. I don't want, oh, it's not this, it's not that. Oh man, that ain't true. I rebuke it in the name of you. What you rebuking? What you rebuking? Your sis? Your friends? Cause they doing it. They sitting up there confirming what he's talking about is true. Didn't even try to deny it. Not only did she confirm it, she went a step further and said, this is why I'm going to co-sign. This is why he's 100% correct. I'm going to help him out. So all of the dudes watching know this is what we got going on. We here to waste your time. This is the type of man I'm looking for. A man to dog me out. A man to power slam me. Huh? That's the type of man I'm looking for. I don't need a good man to treat me right. Oh, baby, what you want? Baby, what can I get you? I don't want that type of man because I'm going to push him over. No discipline. As most modern women don't have. Let's keep going.
That doesn't get my juices going.
I feel like for girls, there's such a thin line between obsession and ick. Like, we can get so icked out by a guy, like, immediately, but also, like, I'm so obsessed with him. But if he does, like, a little too much, I'm like, oh, vomit, you're obsessed with me. And I feel like with guys, like, if they like you, they like you. That's really it. Like, you have to, like, really ick them out or, like, be a total crazy psycho, which is kind of easy. Like, I heard, I don't really know. But, like, for women, if a guy, like, does a little too much or does, like, a little too less or, like, is kind of disrespectful or, like, there's really, I mean, it's so small. Like, you have to be, like, a little bit of toxic, but, like, not too much. And, like, still tell me that you like me, but also kind of be, like, a little resistant. You know, it's, like, really intricate. I don't think you guys would get it.
Okay, a very serious question, super important for research, okay? You are talking to a man, and he says, oh, you love being outside. What does he mean by it? How are we taking it? Where does your mind go? I just want to know, is it a trigger I need to work through? Or are we all thinking the same thing? Okay? Unprovoked. Oh, you love being outside. Let me know. I need to know. Like I said, research, okay?
There's not a lot of research that needs to be done. He's telling you, you need to be disciplined. You need to stop doing that. Whatever you got going on that you shouldn't be involved in, most men not gonna like it. You gonna want a man, and then when you tell this man this is what you've been doing, or when he finds out, he gonna bolt, and then you gonna get mad that he ghosted you. But I'm telling you right now, hey, it's okay if you have fun, but maybe you need to tone it down a little bit. You don't need to be asking the girlies what's going on, because they just gonna continue to push you in the way that you have no business going. You need to ask him, actually, because he's the one who said it. What do you mean by that? And see what he says, and then go from there.
Thank you.
I need you guys' help. Like, where is my husband? Where do I find my husband? Where is this man? Where have you been hiding? Hun, listen, I know you're watching this. I've been working 12-hour days. I'm tired. I've been holding it down at home. I am exhausted, and I'm just afraid, hear me out, I'm just afraid that I'm not going to make it. I'm afraid that you're going to miss out. We are going to miss out on our love story. Okay, so please stop fooling around. Come out wherever you are. I'm withering. Okay? Hurry before it's too late for us. I'm waiting.
All right, guys, we're going to go on a little rant real quick, okay? So you guys just seen that last story I just posted, right? This is something I keep running into, and I hate getting the question, why are you single? One, I'm actually going through divorce, and I really should not be with anybody, but at the same time, we are living our separate lives. He has already found somebody and moved on, and I think it's fair that I get to move on too. So, but I hate when I don't bring my children up until the first date or so, because I don't want to scare anyone off. I want to give them the opportunity to get to know me, because at the end of the day, yes, I'm a mom. Yes, I'm a businesswoman, but I'm also a person. Okay? And you know what? And I've noticed this, like, guys are all about it, even when I tell them I have children, but on the weeks that I have my children back, they ghost me. They're like, this is my opportunity to get the hell out of here. We had a great week together, but we're done. And it doesn't matter if I have a career, I own my house, I own my car, I have my together. I've lived a whole life before meeting this person, right? And still, that's not good enough. And I know that the right man will come around where me having kids won't be an issue. I don't need somebody to step up and be a dad. I have my kids every other week. Their dad is very much in the picture and is their father. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for my person who I can spend my weeks with when I don't have my kids and travel and do all the amazing things. And then somebody who eventually I will introduce my children to, and they step up into the stepdad role and be another positive male figure. Why is that so hard to find?
Suspect got cheated on 100 times and still went back.
Suspect was in a 14-year relationship, no ring, no kids.
Suspect said she was going to learn how to run this year, but she's already 30.
Suspect dated a guy with a baby on the way and thought she didn't have to worry about a baby mom.
Suspect couldn't find a date in real life and had to get on Facebook dating.
Suspect is 30 years old, moving back into her dad's house.
Suspect said she hates her dad, but bought him an Apple Watch for Christmas.
Suspect lost 20 pounds and still has body.
Suspect started hair school at 30 years old and all her classmates were 18.
Suspect went to dinner with an NBA player and then had a girlfriend and he blocked her on everything.
Okay, so my therapist is encouraging me to go on dates with people that I typically would not go on dates with. So like just like my physical attraction alone, I have a pattern. So clearly we need to switch it up. Also focusing on changing spin on Saturdays. I can go work out and then go home and take a nap. Like, I can do all of these things that other people probably wish that they could still do, and it's just not my turn yet. So shifting my mindset, trying to date people outside of what I would normally date, not with the end goal of dating them, just with the end goal of having fun. So my end goal, we decided, is 40, still single, still no kids, travel, live my life, see the world. Should I meet...
Ma'am, that therapist sounds like they're just going to be taking your money for how old do you say that you were? 35? The next 5 years. Okay, if you got money to spend like that, go ahead.
Meet someone along the way while I am having fun and meeting new people and trying new places and food and whatnot. Okay, then that's great. It's just like all about shifting my mindset, because I think it's pretty common for women my age to feel like we're behind, or like society has this like timeline on us, and it is scary. And I know like having kids is hard, and for some people, like, I have PCOS. I think about that often. Like, what if I can't even have kids? Like, what if I make it this goal and I'm striving for it? I'm, dating with the intention to get married and have kids, and I can't even have kids. So like, oh no, the line is so long. How am I gonna get my McGriddle? I got it. Anyways, I'm gonna start with like 2 a month, and maybe like then I'll bump it up to like 3 a month, and then just depending on how it goes, maybe I'll go on like a date a week, or maybe I won't go on any. We'll see. Stay tuned. And also, to add to that, if it's never my turn to get married or have kids, I have so many kids and babies in my life that I can show up for and be an aunt for and be like, a role model or something, support, provide, like, I can still have some of those moments and cherish watching those kids grow up as well. So yeah, just circling back to like shifting my mindset and just being grateful that I'm happy and healthy and alive, and can do these things.
Honestly, fair point on the PCOS. That's something that's out of your control. But as far as settling down with a partner, the fact still stands. That therapist is going to have you alone, single, and you're on a fast track to traveling. So you might as well make sure your passport is updated. Might as well make sure you got TSA pre-check, global entry, all those things, so you can zip in and zip out of that airport and get on to having all the fun that you want to, because the way they got you going, it's not going to be good.
So, what's the car that you take girls on the first date?
So I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm just going to show you.
A Lamborghini Huracan?
Not necessarily. The Beetle.
I don't understand why.
Because when you take a girl on a first date, you want to make sure she likes you for who you are, not for what you have. So I pick her up in this, where it has no AC, no radio, nothing, literally.
What about the second date?
Well, usually girls never really ever make it to the second date. Just never really happens. So if I do ever, it would be in my pink Bugatti Chiron.
This is a nice upgrade.
Yeah, definitely is.
The way that I just know that every man posting, oh, my girlfriend wasn't out this weekend, my future wife, wearing no clothes. Babe, phone. Let me see your following. Better yet, let me check your search history. It's insane that men will go to the ends of the earth to sexualize a woman, but God forbid we do it ourselves. It's like, guys, it's only okay if I do it. If you're one of those that's like, oh, well, my future wife knows her worth, do you? You want to be a traditional man, yet how many times have you cheated? Like, how are you going to call yourself like a big, strong, masculine, hyper-masculine man at that? And then cry over what a girl wears? I want a girl with a future, not a past. Babe, everyone has a past. Everyone has a past. But no, we're not going to talk about how while you're in relationships with other women, you're thinking about the girl that you first dated that showed you weren't. Yeah. And I'm supposed to care about men's mental health, but God forbid I can't wear a Halloween costume. Get real. To women, I'm pretty sure we know this already. It goes without saying. Your future husband isn't on TikTok about what you wore for Halloween weekend.
And this is Exhibit A as to why men aren't approaching. You're an idiot. A stone cold idiot that would get on TikTok and say something like this. Who are you talking to? Who are you addressing? You didn't even have to say anything about mental health because that had nothing to do with it. Oh, well, would I be worried about men's mental health? Exactly. That's exactly why men don't approach, because men know that you're not worried about that type of stuff. Men, you try to sit up here and act. Well, actually, I take that back. You don't even act like that because you don't care. You didn't care in the first place, and you don't care now. And that's why men are saying, you know what? I'm going to hang around the boys. Do you like men? Actually, yes, I do. I like my friends, and we have a good time together. The boys want to go on a fishing trip, a hunting trip, shoot hoops. We can do that without having to worry about stupid stuff that you be saying online. Y'all continue to keep this up and wonder why you ain't got a man. Love it.
Jesus Christ.
There's a hot man Where? Always on the hunt.
Up there. Well, Zara is too. She's eating her popcorn. Look at her.
What's mine? Serial dater.
I'm not. Maybe.
Y'all, I'm not playing. This man, y'all same. I'm not lying when I say he just walked out, and before he walked out, he was like, I want to say something to you. He was like, but I don't want to offend you. I don't want to offend you. Don't let it come off as me being offensive. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, has anyone ever told you, for a white girl, you being a white girl, you got a black girl booty? Like, I guess, but like realistically, not really. I feel like I got chicken legs. I mean,
now, girl, you know good and well, lady, you need to go ahead, cut this camera off, and go on back to work. I'ma quit.
The art of chasing does not exist anymore. The art of proper courting a woman does not exist anymore.
I agree. Yeah.
And I just want to feel
like
desired.
A girl, feminine. I want to feel like the feminine energy, not the masculine energy.
And I'll tell you this. I want to feel like if he has me, his eyes aren't wandering, if there's something better. I want him to be like, whoa, you are it. That's amazing. And that's it. I just want to, you know what I want? My type of guy, call me back. That's all I want.
No, wait, they call you back.
Okay, so here's, I'm actually writing a book about a lot of the things that you just said. And the energy, I think, to give off, to get that, because it is rare, but it's out there, is you are lucky to be in my presence. I still, we've known each other since we were 12, give off that energy. Like, if you go away from me, like, you don't get access to this.
Yes.
You don't get access to this personality. You don't get access to these. You don't get access to this witty, funny, charming personality. They should be so lucky.
Men are born hunter-gatherers. They are literally the lion looking for prey. And if you're just the gazelle that walks into his mouth, he's not going to want it because he didn't have to work for it. He didn't have to try for it. There's no effort that he had to put in.
How does that make any logic? I'm sorry. How does that make any logical sense? If you just call him a lion, a hunter and a gatherer, if a deer walks up to a hunter, you think the hunter is going to like, no, turn away. I got to do it right. I got to do it the difficult way. No, they're not going to say that. They go, oh, appreciate it. Now prepare to be overtaken. That's what they're going to say. I don't know where you're getting this from to where you have to be difficult, but you don't. and it's not going to be good for you. I mean, and even to that point, you know how many gazelles, exist? That's number one. And do you know that lions don't only eat gazelles? You know, there's zebras, wildebeest, pretty much whatever a lion can get their teeth into, that's what they're going to feast on. And I say that to say, you're sitting up here acting like you should be so lucky. That's a flawed thing to think. That's a flawed thing to process in your mind, because there's so many other things that I could hunt for besides you. So if you want to stay in your cave and live in your life, you can do that. But as the hunter and the gatherer, I will find something, and I'm going to be happy if I so choose. You tried it.
And I want to be a sprinting gazelle. I don't want to walk right in there.
And this is the thing. I have to say that Sistine and I were very masculine in our career. So we're very much someone that loves to be go-getters. We love to plan things. We are the loudest usually in the room with our friends. We have the most jokes. We like to just hold an audience. But when it comes to a relationship, we want that to be taken away from us and have a guy be in control. And so I think that's been the hardest part, is a lot of these guys that we go on dates with, they forget the balance and the dynamic, and they kind of give it to us.
No, you forgot the balance. That's why you are the way you are, thinking that a man is just going to come in and body slam you into your feminine. Not going to happen. You need to figure out the balance. And he will be able to say, this is where I'm at, this is where you're at, and we need to meet together. You need to figure something out, not try to put it and dump it all on the guy.
And unfortunately, it's easy for us to take it.
Hi.
Hi.
I saw you from across the bar, and I think you're really beautiful. Can I buy you a drink?
I'm actually just here with my friend.
Okay. You guys have a good night.
I don't understand why every guy in the city is so effing creepy.
I know, like, no thanks. I don't want to get rid of it.
Appletini for the lady.
How'd you know? That's my favorite.
I don't know, Lauren. I guess I just got lucky.
Have we met? Because I feel like I would remember you.
No. Although I am surprised you didn't wear your new red dress tonight.
What?
The red sundress you bought yesterday at American Apparel. You look really stunning. At least you did in the dressing room.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't wear it.
You want to get out of here? You really have no excuse because you opened it on Tuesday.
Would you mind if I go?
Oh, if you don't go, God, he's like perfect.
Let's go.
I'm sorry. Did you see?